Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. He has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Back to you guys.
Ollie, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
And the Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll run play action. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Deep shot for the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
On this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field, but they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups, because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
The run inside. It's Cobb. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. So here comes the Auburn offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Running inside. It's Cobb. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
So now it's 2nd and long. Brown wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Now, this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Using his feet. Jumped on top of the pile.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He wants it all. He's got it. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the 2nd quarter. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that 1st quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. This is a designed run. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the 4th quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Levin. Catch in the middle, it's Green. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. Brings it down on the right side. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. LSU right back to the line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Oh, there's a crease. Touchdown Tigers! Rolled his way into the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground with the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Brown will throw it. He's going for the big play. Goes high to pull it in.
And this offense chooses aggressiveness, man. 3rd down and short. A lot of people think run, be physical. I got 4 downs. They say, no, bro. I know your defense is going to be aggressive. I might get a look I want to get. They got the look. Throw the bomb down the field and make the big play.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Nimrod. He's in. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These two guys guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The run inside, it's Hall. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Back to pass, it's Levin. Complete. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. LSU quick to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Running inside, it's Hall.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Looking for a man. It's Levitt. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to throw on 1st down. The screen, he can go. There he goes.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Here's a give to Washington. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
One more snap coming before halftime. QB draw. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one. Makes the grab deep. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The run inside. It's Cobb. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
He's got it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Finds a crease at the 20. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Might as well give it to him again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Third and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. Brown wants to pass. Snags it. He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
They're going to go for it with a couple of good options here. Get it to the 1, you get the first down. Get it farther, you get the touchdown. They'll go with Washington. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on fourth down.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. Fourth down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, that's a big run play, and it's not easy to do. Down at this area of the field, backed up in your own end. I mean, you're running into a box that's loaded full of bodies defensively, but the ball carrier was just able to sort of sneak and weave his way through there, giving his offense now a ton of room to work with.
On first down from their own 22. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. Here's a give to Durham. Picks up the first down. Bulldozes his way through. Turning on the Jets. The 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They take the lead here in the second half. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Brown will throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know the pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Levitt. Rushes on him. And down he goes.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll pull it down and run. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
Really good job by this defense. 3rd down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big 3rd down stop.
They're field this one in tight quarters. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Snagged in the middle. It's Singleton. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's open on the right. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to run, it's Durham. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. On the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
Quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. The give to Caden Durham. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. Here's the pressure. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Auburn lines up quickly.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Wide open downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Upstairs to make the catch. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback. Dropping back, not giving up the big play.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Brown will throw it. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! And they're back within a score here in the 4th.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Levin. That's reeled in. It's Harris. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The give as they work on that clock. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the 4th quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Back to pass on 2nd down. The screen, and watch out.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Like Holly told us, this crowd is not going to fade away, and they're rising up now. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with fourth down.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. They got the stop they needed. Now can the offense pay it off and tie this game up late? Complete to start this drive. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. The Tigers in the hurry-up.
And how about the defense? How big was that stop? Forcing the punt, getting it back to the offense, and all of a sudden, you feel the momentum now on their side.
Makes a catch. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Brown wants to pass. Moving out to the right. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
How about the defense? Coming up in the clutch. I need a stop. They can go down the field and tie this game up. I'm in a tough situation. How do I respond? Forcing the turnover. Offense. Go do your thing. Get me a 1st down. Finish this ball game.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make...
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
I love players that step up in big situations, in big moments of big games like that, late in this game on 3rd down, and just get the job done. That defender, an outstanding job. Outstanding work right there on that pass rush.
On 4th down, going to the air. And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. LSU just hoping to run out the clock. Tight end now in motion. Running inside. It's Berry. Cross. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown LSU! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meat, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Brown will throw it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Moving away from pressure. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off,
and here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year. And this one is going to rest in their minds for the entire season going into next year.
And it's not going to sit well with the losing team. When you lose these, you're going to get hounded and you're going to get hate. You're going to get social media is going to destroy you about losing to your rival. But you got to put it past you. It is just one game. It's not that big of a deal. Well, Jesse, yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of is a big deal. You're right, David. I mean, a lot of these kids, they played with each other or against each other in high school. They've known each other for a long time. There's going to be a lot of trash